That tsunami is just about to hit the coast of Japan over there. Remember, Japan has just been struck by a huge earthquake, one of perhaps the biggest earthquakes that we've seen in 10 years over there. 8.9 is the magnitude. Earlier on, there was a tsunami alert that was issued, but now that tsunami finally making landfall. These are perhaps really interesting visuals because this is perhaps also the first time that we're getting to see something like this happen live on Indian television. The last time the tsunami struck over here in Southeast Asia and we saw huge damage in Sri Lanka and also around the Indian coast, we never really got to see the tsunami, but over here you're seeing huge waves move towards the coast in unprecedented footage. But like we said, the Japanese earthquake is occupying center stage, especially for Asian bourses over here. Japan's Nikkei dropped about 1.7% after news broke. We also saw a huge sell-off in the yen that dropped to its lowest level since February against the dollar. So there you have those pictures coming in. So far, most offices managed to evacuate in time, but our reporters from Tokyo have been telling us that offices were evacuated, but there's been one building in central Tokyo which did catch fire. We'll get you more details of perhaps some damage that's been reported from that particular place. The epicenter so far has been off Tokyo. It's closer over there to a city called Nagoya. We'll tell you geographically where that fits in. But for now, you can see those huge waves. Earlier on, there were also some earlier visuals where you could see the waves sweep in, picking up everything that lay in its path. So presumably there's going to be a lot of damage. There was also reports of some sort of damage around some factories. Our reporter was telling us Sony's factory hasn't really been affected, so we'll wait and see what happens over there. But there have also been reports that Japanese construction stocks have begun to pick up. For now, these are visuals coming to you live, and that's pictures of a huge, almost 10-meter wave crashing towards the shore.
The concerning part here is when you talk about the waves actually shaping up right now. You can see live visuals that are actually coming in right now. The other thing is you've got a host of things actually being shut down right now in Japan itself. You're also getting a lot of aftershocks. In fact, we're getting reports that you could possibly have a 7.1 aftershock which has hit Japan, is what USGS is saying as of right now. That's the other concerning part. You also have tsunami warnings raised for areas along the Japan's southwest coast also. So that's the other important update if you're picking up right now. Tokyo port is actually closed after water gates. Water gates were actually came in after the quake that came. We just heard about a couple of hours back. Same time, you also have the entire coastline which is under somewhat of a warning as of right now is what you're picking up right now. At the same time, remember the magnitude is now being revised to nearly 8.9 is what you're seeing, and the tsunami that we're talking about, you can see the fact of how the coast is actually being impacted right now by all these tsunamis is what we want to say.
Alright, earlier on we heard that the Japanese main airport, Naruto Airport, had been shut down, but now we're hearing that 2 of the runways have been open. Also, the subway in Tokyo has been shut down. The bullet train is no longer working. They have shut it down because of the earthquake. Remember, phone lines are down, so if anyone trying to call out of Japan, it's going to be difficult. The phone lines are all down. Electricity has been shut off to prevent fires. That's one of the biggest concerns that happens when you have an earthquake. Buildings get damaged, fires get started. Alright, looks like we have somebody speaking. We'll try and get your translation and bring you up to date with what this person is saying. And just to bring you a sense also about electricity, we'll tell you about that. But let's try and listen in.
Providing as much information as possible. We are going to provide information to those affected by the disaster in cooperation with local governments.
That was Tetsuro Fukuyama, Deputy Chief Cabinet Secretary, and here's some live footage.